Have you ever wanted a garment that could easily take you from casual time, maybe at the gym, hanging out with friends, right into battle? I mean, I think everybody has. So if this describes you, stick around because we are going to make hoodie armor. Armored hoodies? I don't know, but we are basing today's wacky and wild March design off of this image that I've saved to Pinterest. Saved it forever and ever and ever ago to try it. And we're gonna do something with it. Something a little weird. If you have been following along with the No by 25 challenge, then you know that I am doing mini sewing challenges every month throughout the year, just to help us kind of stretch, explore, try to figure out, some new skills or do different things. March is Go a Little Wild, and I have to tell you, I am struggling with this because none of my clothes are wild. None of them. I generally don't like to be perceived when I'm out in public, at least. I just want people to ignore me. And that's why I picked this challenge for March, because it is a good time to, experiment with something a little different when you can still maybe cover it up with a jacket. If I'm being honest, this is the third time I've done this video because my other two ideas I just didn't really like and they didn't really turn out. So I might make those into a separate video, but I'm looking forward to this one. So what we're gonna do, we are going to create a hoodie that the body is armor with hoodie sleeves and a hoodie hood. Now, in order to save myself a little bit of time, or a lot of bit of time, I am going to use something that is already quilted, but I have to get it down first. It's that guy. I stuck a moving blanket up here to keep the heat from going into my loft, and it works really well, but I think it's time for it to come down and realize its true potential. So let's get this guy down and cut out this hoodie. It's gonna be ridiculous. It's gonna be absolutely ridiculous. And I'm actually looking forward to it. How the hell did I get this up there? Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I can say, now that I'm safely back on the ground. Now this is just for funsies, probably a couple of pictures. This is not going to be something that I wear around the house or out in public because I'm sure somebody is going to be like, moving blankets are not meant to be worn. They're probably laced with all kinds of horrible things. I know. It's fine. We're just going to have a little bit of fun and then I will probably cut it up and use it for something else. It's okay to break the rules sometimes. And that's what we're doing. Breaking the rules. So I'm going to be using my tried and true large, extra large pattern. This is just a unisex top pattern that I have made blanket coats out of and other hoodies. And I am making it a size larger than I normally would because I want it to pull over my head and this stuff does not stretch at all. And then for the sleeves and for the hood, I actually have one that's already made somewhere. I tested out a different pattern from Mood and it was like a cropped hoodie. And I'm not super fond of the cropped hoodiness of it, but if I can take the hood and the sleeves off of it, then I can transplant them onto this project. Let's get the front and the back cut out and go from there. And I'm cutting both the front and the back on the fold so that it is one piece. Otherwise, it's a hooded cardigan, and that's not really what I'm going for here. We are in our third month of No by 25, so how's it been going? It has been quite a journey for me, I feel like. The first month, January, was tough. Not going thrifting for that month really made me kind of sad, because I think I was using it as an emotional coping mechanism. But then February rolled around and that really wasn't terrible. I was kind of proud of myself. I will say I have cheated once on the challenge, so I am sorry. I hope you forgive me. The beginning of February, I think, I went thrifting on one of the $1 days because I needed staples, just plain t-shirts. That's what I wanted, was just plain t-shirts. And I don't really have the jersey fabric to do plain t-shirts. I have some, but it's prints and I wanted plain black t-shirts. So I did cheat and I spent $10, but I think I got 8 tops for 10 bucks. So I'm sorry that I cheated. I hope you all will forgive me. But once I did that, it really hasn't been too bad. I haven't really had the same longing to go, I guess. Now, every once in a while, I do see like a thrift flip idea that I would love to do. And I just know if I go thrifting, I would find the things for that thrift flip, but I haven't done it. Really want to though, but I haven't done it. Backside, finish cutting out the front. Also, for my birthday, Mr. Make Stuff got me new scissors. He got me like fancy scissors. These are the Kai 7250s, the 10-inch ones. I love them. I don't know if it's possible to be in love with scissors, but these are incredible. These are amazing. I can cut through pretty much anything and it feels like cutting through nothing. So somebody just recently commented that I have terrible ergonomics when I cut, and I agree with you, but I think these will help tremendously. All right, I have my front piece, I have my back piece, and now I need a hood, like a hoodie pocket for it. So I'll cut that out, and then we'll talk about how we're gonna make this look more armory. It's gonna be fun, I think. When I look at the pictures that I have saved of these quilted armor pieces, most of them are covered in rivets, and that makes it look a little bit more industrial. I thought about covering this in rivets, but it is a no-buy year. I am trying to not buy as much stuff as possible, so I don't necessarily want to use up all of my actual rivets for something that I'm not actually going to really wear. So instead, I'm wondering, can I just put metallic paint, like dots of metallic paint down, and have it look like armor? Or close enough, I guess. So that's what I'm going to test out. I'm going to see if that works and do all of the pieces before I start assembling anything. So that would just be the body pieces and the hood, and the pocket. I'm not going to do anything with the arms because the arms are made out of sweatshirt material already. And same with the hood, although it might look kind of cool to have it like studded across the top of the hood. I don't know, I'll figure that out as I go. Let's try metallic paint on this and see what it ends up looking like. Could be cool, could look terrible. I don't really know, but we're gonna find out. I have cut off a test strip just to see what these paints look like, and I have a gold, like a yellow gold, and then I've got a copper. What I'm thinking is, instead of trying to paint them on, I'm just gonna dot them on with the end of a paintbrush. I guess we'll test it out and just see which one looks less shitty. But if I have to dab it a whole lot of times, that's not gonna work for me. Maybe if I find a different brush, something a little bit flatter. Let's see if a colored pencil works any better. Well, it certainly is faster. I think it's too big, and I think it's required to make that sound. So they both show up really well, which is my number one concern. This is with the paintbrush end, and this is with the colored pencil. This takes way too long. And this, I feel like, is too big, although, you know, from a distance, it may actually work. If I can find a smaller, flat, round something, I think I'll go with that technique. But which one do you like better? I'll find a way to apply it and then we'll figure out which one. Chopstick. I think the chopstick is perfect. Now we need to figure out which color we want to pick. And I think we're gonna go gold. It just stands out better. And I'll start with the hoodie pocket because it's less commitment, I guess. While we are hunched over trying to paint on all of our faux rivets, I would like to take a minute to talk about today's sponsor. So I don't know about you guys, but I am also in my 40s. Things do not move the way that they used to move, especially when I'm sewing. I have the posture of a jumbo shrimp. I inevitably have developed chronic neck and shoulder pain. So when Bob and Brad, yes, The Bob and Brad reached out and asked if I wanted to try out one of their back massagers. I don't know if I could have said yes any faster. Unlike that torture device that we probably used in the 90s, this guy actually has four massaging nodes to take care of all the little like spots in your back and your neck and your shoulders and really anywhere else. The other cool part is that it has heat. Especially in the winter, I am always cold. So any form of heat therapy just smacks. Smacks? I don't know what the young people are saying, but it's awesome. It also has this cool ergonomic design so that either the little feet can actually hit your lower back without digging into your pelvic bone, or you can rest your head on this part while this part takes care of your neck. And you know it's good when this is your face when you start using it. I know that we're in the middle of a no-buy year, so I'm not trying to pressure you into buying anything that you don't necessarily need, but I am trying to prioritize my self-care and my personal well-being. So picking up something that is going to make me feel better as a person is an investment that I am willing to do, and I'm sure many of you guys are also in the same boat. So if you have saved up enough and you are ready to invest in yourself or someone you love, you can use the link that's in the description to pick up one of these back massagers for yourself and use the code BOBBRADBACK to get 10% off of your purchase and invest in yourself and your back and your neck and your shoulders because they carry you everywhere. Also, little hint, I've used this on my hands and it is heavenly. So thank you to Bob and Brad for this opportunity to partner with you, and let's get back to my progress. All right, I've done some experimenting. I started with over here, which I think is too much. Then we moved over to here, which I like a lot better. And it's gonna save some time because it's less. So I'm gonna cut a new hoodie pocket. I'm gonna follow this kind of pattern. I'll do it on the pocket, the front, and the back, and then we will assemble. Assemble! All of the panels are dotted, studded, and I mean from a distance it actually looks really cool. So I am going to let it set overnight, and then tomorrow we will come back and we will start the assembly process. I am very pleasantly surprised by this so far. See you tomorrow! Welcome to day 2. I am liking what this is looking like. I like how this turned out. I think the studs actually look pretty cool. So I'm going to get all these pieces sewn together. I am going to leave this side open because there is absolutely no stretch to this, but I wonder if it will like fall apart if I pull on it too much. Pretty sure that if I like stretch it too much, it's not gonna last. And I don't need it to like super last, but I don't want it to completely fall apart yet. Here is the hoodie that I've made before. It was like a cropped hoodie. I'm not a cropped shirt kind of person, and this was super cropped. But I'm going to take the hood off of it, I'll take the sleeves off of it, and I will attach them to my armor. So let's go. Most of it sewn together. I want to go ahead and just try it on and see how bad it looks because I'm sure it's gonna look funky. But that's okay, I think. Oh, the head is very tight and the pocket's a little high, but that's okay. Oh, hold on, let me move out. I've been watching tornado coverage all day, so I'm sure I'm gonna dream of tornadoes later. Okay. I mean, it is exactly what I thought it was probably going to be. It is boxy. I left this side open because there isn't any stretch in this. So I'm gonna have to come up with a way to like close this together. I could do buttons, I could do snaps. I could also maybe do like leather straps or something over there. And really, if I did it on this side, I could do it on this one as well and have it be kind of a pullover sort of thing. But I mean, I think you get the vision. Let me figure out this side and then we can do the sleeves and the hood. is a little cooler than I thought it was gonna be. I wanna get sleeves on it and the hood. The problem is gonna be the sleeve with the open side. I'm gonna have to join that together a little bit so that the sleeve, you know, is a sleeve and not just a cape. And I've never done it before, but it'll be fine. It'll be what it'll be. So I'm gonna remove those from wherever that hoodie went, get them sewn on, and we'll be about done. I have my sleeves and my hood separated from its original garment, and I'm just adding them to the body of my armor. I'm not gonna serge these on. Usually with jersey knit I would serge things on, but we don't need this to last very long. I just need it to look good for a little bit and then we can be done with it. So we'll get these sewn on and we'll be about done. So I will see you guys in the reveal. This thing is pretty cool. Is it practical? No, not at all. And is it comfortable? No, not really. You really do have to wear a t-shirt under it because it is not fun to touch. But I think it gets the point across. And it's one of those types of projects that more is more. And it could really handle a lot of more. Looking at it when it's on, it could stand to have a bunch more studs along the shoulder. I could go in and I could do more decorative patterns with the studding or the painting. The little leather details were great, and I think that I could put plenty more leather details on this, and it would just kind of help drive home the idea that this is supposed to be body armor or used for battle. Great news is that it is super easy. I think I could probably have gotten this done in a couple of hours using that one hoodie pattern. So I guess if you need faux body armor, try moving blanket and just paint your studs in because it looks pretty cool as long as you don't look at it too closely. So what project did you do for Go a Little Wild March? I'm really interested because this one really stumped me. I had a tough time and I'm not sure why. So I would love to know what you guys made. Tag me on Instagram if you post pictures of yourself in your Go a Little Wild March, because I'd love to see it. I'd like to give a special shout out to all of my makers over on Ko-fi. You guys are incredible and part of the reason why I get to do this. But I am so appreciative of all of your support. If you are interested in becoming a maker, it is only $2 a month and you get your name here. You support the channel and I love you. Thank you. If you don't want to do that, nothing else changes. Everything else is great and the same. I would also like to shout out Bob and Brad. Thank you for sponsoring today's video. If you want to grab a back massager yourself, use the code down below and get one for yourself. Treat yourself because I'm sure if you're like me, your back probably needs it. And that is it for today. I will see you guys next time. Bye.